Alright, so welcome to day one of my new series. Basically, like I said in the last video, if you haven't watched the video, go back and watch it. Actually, I really don't care if you go watch it. It wouldn't make a difference, but that one is an update. So, I said about 4 different topics that I wanted to go over in this series, but it's really just 3. I'm going to keep it broad because I'm going to give y'all some variety. So, that's going to be like my eating, just what I eat, and cooking, because sometimes I like to cook, which I'm about to cook this meal prep. My working out, which is, like I said, nothing crazy because I go to the gym, but not a lot. And it may be biking, it may be running, it's different. And then just daily life, because my daily life consists of work, school, and traveling. So just doing a little bit more broad. But today we're going to do this meal prep. So we got potatoes, which is half of them already cooked. This is a blend of sweet potatoes and some golden potatoes. This, my air fryer, I love my Ninja. This is probably the best air fryer that I've ever had. And this is this bag of spinach. I'm going to cook this whole thing down and add it into my ground beef. This is the tube of ground beef that we're doing. It was good in the moment because it's a good buy. It's 3 pounds, so this will last me probably 2 weeks, but it's not ideal. If you can see right there, it's 73% lean, 27% fat. That's not amazing. You kind of want to do 90 or 80% lean, but we're going to drain it, and we're just going to do this for this week and just work with what we got. So I've already, y'all wouldn't want to see that it took me 3 hours. So because funny enough, we bought 2 bags. We thought it was going to be like the little tiny potatoes. Bought 2 bags of them. So it took me 3 hours to cut all those potatoes. But now I have 2 weeks of potatoes already prepped. I just have to cook them. But this is more potatoes. And I had just 2 extra sweet potatoes from last week. So I just went ahead and cut them up and then added them in. And that's it. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It's just really simple. I like it simple because I don't really have that much time. Time is of the essence constantly. I'm actually keeping it really simple this week. Just using this salt-free everyday hero seasoning from Aldi. Nothing special. Throw some already diced onions into the pan. And I already cut up some green bell peppers. So I'm gonna throw some of those into the pan. And this is just to give the ground beef some texture. For this, I'm just gonna put some salt and pepper. Super simple. And then I'm just gonna start cooking down this whole bag of spinach. Alright, so I'm gonna show y'all a screenshot of my macros of everything that I'm eating. That's 7327 ground beef, 150 grams sweet potatoes, golden potatoes, about 100 grams of each, some spinach. I don't really count spinach because I'm just not going to. But we're looking at about 24 grams of protein, about 4 grams in the potatoes, 22 grams of fat, and then got 2 grams of protein in the spinach. So in total, that's 30 grams of protein in my lunch. Like I said, the ground beef is not ideal. Probably going to start buying a different ground beef, and I'm definitely going to drain it to get a chunk of the fat out. But that's just about it for my macros. So am I in a body recomp? I am. I'm trying to lose about 20 pounds, trying to get more lean. So therefore, I'm trying to go with a high protein diet. I'm trying to obviously lose fat and build muscle at the same time. My weight kind of stays the same, but hopefully with working out and everything like that, my body composition should change a little bit. Right now, at the end of the video, I think I'm gonna just tell y'all what my weight is and what's my goal of losing how many pounds of weight each week, but that'll be later. Alright, so here is all of this is actually me and my wife's lunches for the week. This is, I think, what, frick, 4, 8, 9, 10, so it's 10 days, 5 days each. Right now, I'm currently at 187, which isn't bad. Like I said, I started at 195, which is actually insane because I don't think I've never been that big in my life. So we're making some progress, dropping some pounds. I feel good though. I feel a lot more fit. I'm starting to feel leaner. The funny thing is that I was starting to not be able to fit any of my pants. But also, when I went to the doctor, they recommended I start losing some weight as well. So it all just worked out for the better. Also, you just feel better spiritually, just like when you're dialed in. I'll be honest, it's not easy hitting your protein goal, but I do see a difference every time I have my protein goal, every time making sure I'm getting enough water. So my biggest things I want to work on is trying to drink close to a gallon of water a day, making sure I hit my protein. This doesn't look like a lot, which is really not, but I've been supplementing it with a can of tuna, I think it's 15 grams of protein, Greek yogurt, little small stuff. So even though I may not get it all in one thing, I'm definitely going heavy in the morning on egg whites and stuff like that. So that's it. That's my meal prep for this week. And yeah.